Real Madrid sits at a rare crossroads, a moment when cash, pride and footballing strategy collide, and at the centre of that storm is Vinicius Jr. The club wants clarity, a renewal that locks down a player who has been decisive in big moments. The players' camp wants recognition, both sporting and financial, that places him among the club's true superstars. Right now, talks are reported as stalled. Sources say Vinicius' entourage has pushed for a higher guaranteed salary, with figures discussed that could push his total package significantly above what the club initially proposed. While the club's latest formal offer landed around Euros 20 million per season as a base figure, that gap in expectations is the headline, but it's the context beneath the numbers that turns this from a negotiation into a possible defining moment for both player and club. Manager Xabi Alonso, who has already signalled he will make ruthless selections based on form and the team's needs, has not treated anyone as untouchable. And Vinicius' recent benching and substitution against Real Oviedo has been highlighted by pundits and reporters as evidence that playing time and status are no longer automatic for even the most celebrated names. That shift has practical consequences. When a manager shows he can bench a star, leverage in negotiations tilts. If a player feels undervalued on the pitch, their camp will press harder off it. On the financial side, the conversation about parity with Kylian Mbappe's package has bubbled up in several outlets and pundit rooms. Vinicius' camp has reportedly benchmarked their demands against the wages and signing bonuses rival stars have secured, arguing that his production and place in Madrid's modern attack justify a top-tier pay grade. Put plainly, Madrid are weighing two basic options: match the demand and secure continuity, or hold their line and risk one of three painful outcomes: a sale that would reshape the attack, a protracted standoff that harms dressing room chemistry, or the worst financial outcome of all, losing the player on a free when his current deal expires. Reports suggest the club is actively modelling those scenarios, even considering the difficult choice of selling at the right price rather than letting negotiations collapse and losing bargaining power. Beyond the boardroom, these are emotional flashpoints for fans and for the player. Vinicius has been a fan favourite for his electric style and identity on the left, and there's a cultural element to consider. Players who demand top salary terms often face blowback in the stands and the media, even while the modern market increasingly treats footballers like global brands. Inside the squad, the arrival and prominence of Mbappe has already changed the attack's balance. That dynamic, two supremely talented forwards with big wages and differing roles, adds nuance to Madrid's decision. Do you invest to keep both and build a new super attacking spine, or do you prioritise financial prudence and squad harmony? Either choice carries risk to Florentino Perez's legacy and to the sporting plan Xabi Alonso is trying to implement. This is where timing becomes brutal. The clock on Vinicius' current contract is real, and every training session or match that suggests a dip in productivity chips away at leverage. The club knows that fans and sponsors react to uncertainty, and the sporting directors know the transfer market is fickle. Prime buyers will watch and decide whether Madrid's willingness to sell opens the door to a massive deal or whether the club will keep a star who demands top pay. Meanwhile, the player's perspective is clear too. At 25, with peak years ahead, seeking financial terms that reflect his value and his role is an understandable career move. But career timing is everything. Demand too much now and you risk alienating the club. Accept too little and you may feel undervalued for years. The next weeks will therefore be decisive, not just for the contract itself, but for the club's roster shape, who plays where, which wingers start, and whether Madrid commit to a two-superstar attacking model or pivot towards balance and depth. Whatever happens, the outcome will reverberate. A headline renewal will be celebrated as a victory for continuity. A high-value sale will fund transfers but change the team's identity. A missed renewal that ends in a free exit will be scrutinised for years as a failure of negotiation. For the fans, for Florentino and for Vinicius, this is more than money. It is a career-defining crossroads. Keep watching as this story unfolds, because whichever path is chosen will tell us how Real Madrid plans to compete in the era of super contracts, superstar egos and ruthless sporting decisions.